Hello there, welcome. Hope you are having a great day today. Before we jump into today's video, I wanted to let you guys know I've been praying about something. I am probably going to start doing a weekly Bible study live online. So if you would be interested in joining me for a weekly Bible study, it would probably be one evening each week, around 30 minutes, and I would just go live and we could interact and do some studying together. So if that's something that you would be interested in, just drop yes in the comments so I'll kind of have an idea of how many folks would be interested in doing something like that. So today we're talking about 1 Samuel chapter 3. And in today's chapter, Samuel is still a young boy. Eli is still in the picture. He is getting much older. He has a hard time seeing now. And one night, Samuel is in bed and hears someone calling his name. And he automatically just assumes that it is Eli, because during this time period, it wasn't common for God to speak audibly. Well, Samuel gets up. He goes to see Eli to see what he wants, because he thinks Eli is the one calling for him. Eli tells him, "It is not me," sends him back to bed. This happens 3 times. And finally, Eli, I think, kind of figures out what is going on here. And he says, it's not me calling. Maybe you should listen for the Lord. So in verse 11, it says, "Then the Lord said to Samuel, I am about to do a shocking thing in Israel. I am going to carry out all of my threats against Eli and his family from beginning to end. I have warned him that judgment is coming upon his family forever because his sons are blaspheming God, and he hasn't disciplined them. So I have vowed that the sins of Eli and his sons will never be forgiven by sacrifices or offerings." So this was the message God had for Samuel. Now, that would kind of be a hard message to share with Eli, but Samuel does it. He doesn't hold anything back. He shares this with Eli, and Eli basically just accepts it and says, if this is what has to happen, I accept that. So the verse that I want to point out, or 2 verses actually in today's footnote, comes from verses 8 and 9. It says, "One would naturally expect an audible message from God to be given to this high priest, Eli, and not to the child Samuel. Eli was older and more experienced, and he held the proper position. But God's chain of command is based on faith and an openness to listen, not on age or position. In finding faithful followers, God may use something unexpected. Be prepared for the Lord to work at any place, at any time, and through anyone he chooses." Thank you guys so much for watching today. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you next time.